Adventure Sports HQ, professional grade laser tag equipment.
Pew pew pew! No, just kidding. Hey everybody, this is Derek with Adventure Sports HQ. You should have just watched the video first of the player mode with the powerful Revolution system, and now we're going to get into the next fun feature, and we're going to call it the referee mode, alright? It's really simple. Obviously, to activate player mode, you just activate the tagger by inserting the key and activating it, you are good to go. Referee mode is just as simple, but all we have to do, and I'll go ahead and turn to the side, is check this out. We're going to hold the red button, deactivate the tagger, and activate the tagger. On the side, you can see bars going across. It's going to tell you that it's going into referee mode. It's loading the program. You know that it's accessing the program because the sensor is going to blink. Checking radio, setting radio, and voila, I am in referee command. Now what's cool is I have two taggers here. I have a blue team tagger with full Revolution XLT, and then I have a red tagger with Revolution XLT, and I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to control the game. Now the one thing to let you know is that this is not some wimpy radio. This is a high power radio that has been professionally engineered by a very knowledgeable company that did the RF engineering. So when I'm using this, I can actually control the power in the settings. So I can make this radio out to 1,400 feet. That means I could be in the middle of a battlefield, not that we'll ever go that big unless we're doing like some army thing, and I can have a person 1,400 feet that way, and I can have a person 1,400 feet that way, and all as I do is hold my tagger in the middle, activate, and I can do my commands. And this is so cool. Now, when we get into the referee, the first thing you're going to see is it's going to say RF commands. Now, if we hit the black or red button, it's going to go to a different setting. So this is how we go. Think of our menus as linear. I'm going to do RF commands, and I'm going to forward it by hitting the red button. Next, it's going to go run player, which is run player mode. Or if I hit the red button again, I'm going to run the editor. If I hit the button again, I'm going to go into cloning, IR cloning. And IR means infrared. That's when we're cloning point to point, but we'll get into that later. Or I can use IR change team, where I can just look at a team member in the middle of the game, activate, fire at him long distance, and switch him from the alpha team to the bravo team, and all his stats will switch as well. Next, if I hit the red button, I'm going to get IR commands, and I'm going to go back to RF cloning. So we're going to start off with the basic, and we'll work our way through. The great thing about the Revolution is that we designed it with common sense. With 4 years of time to get feedback from players and watch how the market was evolving, we wanted a system that was simple. So once again, it's as simple as deactivating the tagger, hitting the red button, activating it, because red is referee. I'm going to hold it. It's going through. It's getting into where it needs to go. 1 second here. There we go. And I'm instantly there. So let's talk about the first set of settings, RF commands. Now, there's multiple settings, and I'm going to scroll through them real quick. New game, using radio. End game, using radio. Friendly fire, yes or no, using radio. Restore ammo, using radio. Disarm all, using radio. Nuke all, that's my favorite. And restart clock RF, check radio, and then you can exit the command. So let's start with this. When you see a cut into our scoring system, it's as simple. People say, hey, how does your scoring system on your screens work? How does your scoring system on the taggers work? Very easily. All I have to do is go new game, pull the trigger, it's going to say validate yes or no. I pull the trigger, I validate, all of a sudden the taggers behind me are active. Alright? If I want to end game, all I have to do is hit end game with RF and we're good to go. Check this out.
Game over. Cease
now,
fire.
one thing you're going to see, whether it's 5 taggers or 100 taggers, the radios and the engineering are so well built that it sounds like one tagger. When we were going through our first round of beta testing, I was like, wow, only one gun picked up the radio. And my engineer laughed at me and said, no, Derek, this is professionally engineered. They're all in the same timing loop. It's all one. So I'll do that again. Check this out. New game. Ka-ching. End game.
Game over. Cease fire.
The sounds and the timing is so good, it sounds like one person's talking. Next thing we have is that we have a really new feature that was really demanded for by players. Now, as we're playing, you'll notice you can't hit your own team. So right now, blue can only hit red can only hit blue. But I actually have a feature now that's called friendly fire, yes or no. So check this out. In the middle of the battlefield, you're changing it up, the game's a little slow, and you're like, all right, I've had enough. every man or woman's case may be, for themselves. Now I don't have to do that. All I've got to do is take the trigger.
Friendly fire enabled.
So in the middle of the game, all of a sudden they get a message, a command message that says, friendly fire enabled. Guess what? It is on. I'm sorry, no more secret alliances. You're out, buddy. Left and right, it makes for an awesome game. Now, let's say I get to the point where the point's taken. I just go friendly fire no,
Friendly fire disabled.
and it's disabled. So that is an awesome feature. Next, I'm gonna go this. This is my favorite. We all have the situations, and if you're not an operator, you'll understand. When you give the kids taggers, they always want to fire them, and it's like cats. Meow, 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 meow everywhere. So they're firing their taggers. It's totally annoying. It drives you absolutely nuts. And after a day, you go home, you go to bed, and you hear the taggers shooting at night. So this stops that. It's called disarm all. Check this out.
Disarm.
So every one of your lovely little players can no longer fire. Reload doesn't work. It doesn't matter. They've been disarmed. Now this is over radio. So everybody within a 1,400 foot circle, guess what? You can't. But I can fix it. I have total control because I can do restore ammo. Oh, check that out. Voila. Yes, you may fire. Yes, you may fire. That is so cool. All right, next. We've got a feature called Nuke All. Now, you can't appreciate Nuke until you get 30 taggers all next to each other, all in a circle, and then you nuke them. And what Nuke is maybe I want to get their attention. Maybe I want to end the game. Whatever. Take one of their lives. It'll respawn. So I'm going to go Nuke All. Check this out.
Oh.
I can do it multiple times. This is my favorite command in the world.
Oh.
I love it. One more time. I just can't stop myself.
Oh.
All right, I love it. Nuke command, it's great. It takes a life, it'll respawn them, don't worry. It puts them back into the game. It just gets their attention. All right, it's a lot of fun. All right, so moving on, we can restart the clock. Now, all the games, including the scoring system, have a full respawn timer. When you're in the game, it actually will tell you time, and it keeps it up. Everything is totally current. It's down to the second. Whether it be an ammo box, whether it be a game box 2.0, whether it be the scoring system or just a player tagger, they're all meshed together, they all work. So to restart the clock, I got a great game. There's 2 minutes left. I don't want it to end. I'm just gonna hit restart clock, validate it, and now silently, it's restarted their time. Remember, with the RF command of end game, I can take care of anything. So next, I'm gonna exit the RF commands, and I'm not gonna go into them, but the next thing I can go into is I can actually go into IR commands. And the IR commands are really simple. Radio is global. So when I pull the radio command, that means every tagger on the field is affected. But let's just say I have one player that's being naughty. He needs to be penalty killed, or there's an issue. I can go to IR, and instead of using the powerful radio that we have, I can just take the tagger, scope up on him, pull the trigger a long distance, and I can control him. So I can new game someone. Once again, these all sound familiar. I can end game. I can penalty kill, which takes one of the respawns, doesn't totally end the game. And one of my favorite is I can stealth kill. And what stealth kill is, I actually look at a player, I can go across the way, it'll instantly take his life, and it won't tell him where it came from. It won't take one of his respawns, but it's a way if something's unbalanced, I can fix it. I can get a player back. I can just stealth kill him, he goes back, has to respawn. Maybe because I want to make a game more fair, more valuable, but it's a great feature that your referees can use. All right, I can respawn, I can disarm, I can rearm, I can weapon jam, and weapon jam's pretty cool. I'm not going to demonstrate it now, but I can fire at a tagger. It'll say weapon jam. And then what'll happen is that they have to hit the red button and the black button to be able to unjam it. Next, I have stun. I can hit a player for 10 seconds. He can't fire, he can't reload, he's just stunned. All right, explode, same thing, restart clock. Sensor check. Sensor check's really easy. I hit it, it tells me that it works. Next, I get to exit my IR commands. So these are basically the referee commands. Now, why is it important that the referee commands are structured the way they are? Imagine this. With the Revolution system, the XLT and the Premier, one referee can control up to 100 players. Now, you're gonna have to have people walking for safety. And hey, if you hear any background music, don't sweat it, we're at D2. So we're an industrial area, a great park, but there might be some background noises. I hear a little bit, don't let it bug you because it's not bugging me. And I have ADD, me and flies, all right? So, squirrel, when I get back, what I'm talking about is that Minutes equal money. And with one referee with the Revolution system, I can control the whole battlefield. I can new game, I can end game, I can actually ref clone, and we'll go into that in a second. But the bottom line is that with the Revolution system, I control the whole battlefield as one person. So this concludes the video for the referee features. Remember, ASHQ, one of the only systems where you can unpack and play to make great profit. Please click and subscribe. Check out our other videos about ASHQ so we can blow you away and earn your business through education and an awesome product. Until the next video, this is Derek signing off with Revolution. Talk to you soon.